Hey, this is Mr. X Irish here with another Medieval 2 Total War Online battle gameplay. Today, Mr. X Irish, will be commanding the forces of Poland against the Pizza Cooker, who will be commanding the forces of Milan. We are on the map Carpathia, and this is the first time I played Pizza Cooker. This is just a 1v1 battle, with rules are 1 artillery unit with only 4 cavalry. I will go ahead and take a look at my army. I have 4 units of cavalry, counting my general's bodyguard. You can see up there in front, I have my spearmen, the Polish spearmen. I have 2 units of serpentines, artillery units. I have 2 handgunners, actual gunpowder units. I have 4 units of Lithuanian archers and some dismounted Polish knights. Now, right away in the battle, before we look at his army, I could see that for whatever reason he just kind of had peasants and some other very low light infantry for his main army. So I just decided to do a quick cavalry charge here with my Knights Hospitaller and my other Knights cavalry unit. I'll do the same thing on my right side with the General's bodyguard. I think that was an accident. I meant, for whatever reason, the general thing got assigned to the Polish Knights, so they will be the general in this battle. I meant to do it to the bodyguard, but we'll make it do. But we'll go ahead and take a look at the Pizza Cooker's army. He has, as you can see, a lot of units of peasants. About 3 units now charging up the hill toward my
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this,
in the back here, he has a bunch of light artillery units. Carpathia standard light artillery. He has about 8 or 9 of those. So we'll see how this plays out. As you can see, I took my main starting position at the top of the hill in Carpathia, so a pretty favorable position here. Right now, I'm just going to attack with my cavalry and let my archers and my spearmen stay back here. Luckily, I don't think he has any cavalry at all, so my spearmen really won't do much in the battle. It'll be mostly up to my Polish knights and my Lithuanian archers. And hopefully my serpentine artillery units can do some damage as well. So I kind of made a mistake here. You can see I charged with my general bodyguard, and all of their peasants started attacking, like 4 units. Over here, what I'm going to do is I probably will hopefully force one of their units to retreat, but then I'm going to kind of go over here, and as you can see, he left all of those artillery units in the rear vulnerable, so we'll go ahead and give those a charge in a little bit. Once again, before the main engagements in the battle again, don't forget to take a visit to the Total War subreddit at reddit.com, reddit.com. I'll put a link in right now. It's a great place for community involvement with the Total War series instead of everyone being on separate forums, so I recommend to give that a try. It's free to register, and you don't even have to put your email in. See, now you can see there my cavalry are charging, my Knights of Templar are charging all their artillery units, so they'll take care of them. Some of their peasants, some of the Milan peasants are following me, but they will not be able to do much. I think all they're equipped with is spears. Bringing up my handgunners, along with my dismounted Polish knights, because they will be able to easily defeat those peasants. Nothing like some good Polish knights charging.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue
the
like
battle's already
this, we
somewhat
will
in my
smash
favor.
the enemy.
Looks like all of his peasants are trying to hit my cavalry in the rear. Still 27 knights left. 58. Let's see how many units he has retreating. So far, I don't think any. But he has suffered some large losses with some of his peasants. You can see all the damage over here. Mostly my cavalry, so I shouldn't say that really, but a lot of his peasants as well. There in the distance, there goes my Polish knights charging. You can see one of their units are retreating. Here come the Polish knights. Advancing my handgunners as well.
Our men are
My
winning the
artillery is
battle.
continuing to
If
fire.
we
I'm just
continue
focusing
like
my
this,
artillery
we
on
will
their center
smash the
with all those
enemy.
artillery units, because I brought one of my cavalry units in their kind of in their far rear behind the map, so they'll attack eventually again. But I think one of my cavalry units are still fighting, and they are retreating. So. Go ahead and fast forward here for a little bit. There comes my Polish knights, my general's bodyguard, advancing just a bit.
The battle is very much in our favor.
And I'm kind of advancing my whole army now, except for the artillery, my archers, and my spearmen. My handgunners as well. I think I forgot to take them out of skirmish mode, so they'll probably kind of skid and scat if they're charged by any peasants, but my Polish knights here doing work. My archers, my longbowmen, I should actually, oh no, just archers, my Lithuanian archers, very far range, so they can hit some of these units. Hopefully I should avoid this cluster area of troops because I don't want to hit my own Polish knights. So I'll probably focus all the archer fire on these advancing artillery units in the distance, these Carpathia standards. My handgunners there continuing to fire. Not the best accuracy, but the gunpowder itself causes fear in the enemy. You can see a whole line of his peasants are retreating. Let's see, about 5 or 6 units here retreating. And here comes my cavalry again from their rear to attack their artillery. My Templar knights with 36 horses remaining. So I should be able to take care of their artillery in their rear. Peasants still. Looks like he has some idle peasants here. I don't know why for sure. I think some of his retreating units actually gained their morale back and are returning. So we'll probably have to make another assault here, kind of with the Polish knights, who still have a lot of men remaining, 117. So at most they've lost 3 men, so, or maybe 7 men, I forget. Looks like their general is dead. So that will cause a big morale blow on their part. And he's charging with his light artillery units. And he also charges some units right here, so I'll try to kind of swing around and hit them in their rear. My Polish knights here. You hear the general's call there, but all my archers firing on this one unit, so they'll probably do some high damage. You can see that alone caused them to retreat, so some good archer fire by my Lithuanian archers. We got 9 men left here in the general's bodyguard. Some heavy cavalry remaining to attack him, but it won't look like it will. Just kind of holding back my Polish knights right here. They're winded, so I'll go ahead and give them a rest. My spearmen's still sitting idle. My artillery is still firing.
The enemy are
see
badly
all the
bloody.
archers
They have lost
firing
half
on
their
these
men.
pizza cookers with light peasants, light infantry units. And also
From
attacked.
fire to flame, our general lies
Looks like my
slain
general has
upon
been
the
killed as
battlefield.
well. But I wasn't able to use him anyway, since I accidentally put the general as the cavalry unit instead of the bodyguard. See another mass Polish knights, some peasants fighting. Now my units continue to follow them down the hill. Looks like we got 2 or 3 Milan units returning, some more peasants and some Carpathia standards, light artillery. They charged some peasants, or maybe some light artillery, Milan light artillery, charged my handgunners and chased them all the way to the back of the map. So I just hit them with my Polish knights, and that will take them out in a short while. My artillery is still continuing to fire. They have not lost any men. Nothing really going on the left side of the map, just my center and the far right downhill. You can see my archers firing on this Carpathia standard. Still have some units down here, some peasants. I'll advance my Polish knights. And also my 3 other battalions of Polish knights fighting this 1 unit of Milan light artillery. My archers continuing to fire. And my handgunners returning from the rear. You can see I wiped out that Milan light artillery unit. My artillery is still firing strong. Let's see how many Milan units remain. Only about 5 left, so. These look like units, but I think these are actually just broken artillery units, broken wagons. So nothing to worry about there. Go ahead and fast forward. Looks like he's doing another charge here with his peasants on my Polish knights. But along with my archers, won't be able to do too much. I'll go ahead and advance my remaining heavy cavalry, just in case something goes awry. That unit of light artillery is still fighting against all of my spearmen. Looks like only 1 unit down here remains, so I'll go ahead and do a final full infantry charge with all my Polish knights as they advance downhill. Finally, I was able to defeat that light artillery unit against all my spearmen. This looks like the only unit that remains is that one down here, and that will be end shortly. All my archers fire coming down on their withdrawing troops just to make sure they do not return to battle. He has 35 men left. Here comes my Polish knights to hit them in their rear just in case. I needed more assurance. 19 men left. Against my like 400. There comes my Polish knights on the left. Still fighting, probably till the last man. They are gone, so that should be a victory.
That goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
As his forces withdraw. So that will bring an end to the battle. A victory for Mr. X Irish against the pizza cooker under the using the Milan army. You can see we had about the same amount of deployed men, slightly more for pizza cooker. I killed about 1,500 his men. He killed about 340. Obviously, it was kind of a weird battle since he just used peasants and light artillery, but nevertheless, an interesting battle for my fourth now online Medieval 2 online battle. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you have any comments or tips to help me improve on my medieval skills, don't hesitate to leave them below, and comment or like to help me out. So other than that, thanks for watching. This is Mr. X Irish. I'll have another video out soon.